Hey guys, so today we're going to make a sticker pack using Procreate. This is what our project will look like when we're done. As you can see, I have a sticker of my name and then just some of the things that I'm interested in. So we'll go ahead and get started with a new page. So to get started, you want to tap on the plus sign. That's to create a new canvas. For this assignment, we're just going to do a screen size canvas. And to draw with, we're going to use the sketching pencil. So that's under the sketching brushes right here, and then 6B pencil. As you can see, it kind of works like a regular pencil. If you press lightly, it's very light, and then the harder you press on the screen, the darker the pencil gets. Just keep in mind that if you make a mistake, you can always double tap to erase, just 2 fingers. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So first thing you want to do is write your name. You can also pinch and zoom the canvas. So my name is Hurtado. And I have 7 letters. The letter in the middle is the T, so that's what I'm going to start with. So T, and then I'm going to go to the right, A, D, O. Then I'm going to go backwards, R, U, H. Even though it's not perfectly centered, I can always move things around by hitting the selection tool. So tap there, and I can slide it around. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so that's on layer 1, that's my sketch. So what I want to do now is I want to make it lighter by hitting the N and dimming the opacity, somewhere around the 30s is good. Then I'm going to add another layer on top of that, and I'm going to switch brushes. I'm going to go to the calligraphy set, and I'm going to use monoline. So now that I have everything centered, I can draw around my sketch. I'm going to zoom into the H, and the first style of letters that we're going to do are block letters. So those are just straight lines. Like that. So that's one way to do it. As you can see, it's not perfectly straight. It is kind of curvy in some spots. So I'm going to show you a different way. So Procreate has this thing called quick shape. And if you don't pick up your pencil and just keep drawing and then connect it at the end, it'll straighten everything out for you. So for example, here, that's kind of wonky. I could stop there and then just curve this, and it makes curves also. So I have straight lines and I have curved lines in my design. Then the last one is the O. And there's my name in block letters. Don't forget the R. All right. So if I look at my layers, I can turn off my sketch, and then I just have my name in block letters. You can also color the insides of the letter. So say I want to change the color, I go to my color wheel here. I like using the disc. The outside of the color wheel changes the color. The inside of the color wheel changes the shade of it. So it can be a lighter shade or a darker shade. So I'm gonna keep it over here on the right side. And I think I want my name to be in red. So then I go back to my brush. And so there's different ways that you can color. So like, yeah, I can do this and try to fill it in. But there's a faster way. You just grab the color from here and you just bring it down. You can see it's like following my pencil. This is called color drop, and then let it go. And then I can continue doing that by tapping on this quickly. And so now all I have to do is just tap, 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 tap. And there's my name. Then I can turn that off. Or just go back to the brush. All right, so now I have my name in block letters. And I want to turn this into a sticker. So in order to do that, I have to get rid of the background. So that's what it would look like as a sticker. But right now it would be completely separate. Each one would be a different letter. All right, so we've toggled off and on the background. And right now these would be separate letters. So what we need to do is create a white background just for the letters. So I'm gonna do that on a separate layer. So I'm gonna add a layer here, but this layer, well, let's try it. It has to be white. And I'm gonna switch to making monoline bigger. Yeah. Okay. So right now, if I try to trace around it, I might cover the letters. So right now that border is on top of the red sticker. So what I want to do is I want to grab that and move it underneath so that it looks like that. All right, so I didn't quite get it, so I'm gonna retrace that. And then there's also a shortcut. I'm just gonna trace around all of the letters like this. That's not what I want. And I'm gonna use color drop or color fill, and it fills everything in. So there might be some spots where I have, you know, some weird shapes, or maybe it doesn't look right. So I'm gonna go back in there and kind of clean it up a little bit. Maybe you don't want this bump. Maybe you want it to be the same all the way through. Right, and then don't forget about the O. Okay, so there's my sticker. It has a white background, and I want to finalize this. So in order to do that, I need to merge these two layers together. So I can tap on here, and I can tap merge down. And as you can see, that combines the two layers. Or I can pinch layer 2 and layer 3 together, like that. So if I turn that off, it's gone. I can also, now that it's one layer together, I can resize it by tapping on the selection tool, and I can make it smaller. I can distort it. I can use the warp tool and kind of play around with it if I want, like this. But I kind of like the way it is, so I'm just going to leave it and just maybe make it a little bit smaller because I want to add some more stickers around it. Okay, so I'm going to move this down to here. So that was block letters. I'm also going to turn this off and turn my background back on. And I'm going to start over. So I'm going to use the sketching brush, which is under sketching, 6B pencil. Make sure that your opacity is all the way up and that we go back to black. All right, so let's do that again. So Mercado. Then we use the selection tool to center it. Then we tap on the N to make it lighter. Then we add a layer because we're going to draw on top of this. I'm going to switch back to monoline, which is under calligraphy. And this time we're going to do bubble letters. So that's going to, oops. So I need to change the size of my brush back to 30. That's pretty good. So now I can create these curvy shapes. They work best when you draw them fast. If you go too slow, there's more room for mistakes. So just kind of do it fast. And if it doesn't look good, then just double tap and start over. And the R. I'm not crazy about the top part. Remember, the bottom part is just a guide. You don't have to stick to it. All right, so that's my name in bubble letters. I'm going to turn off the sketch and I'm going to color it. So I want this one to be green. I'm going to do color fill, continue filling. There we go. If you want to add some extra detail, you can always make it look slimy. So I'm going to create these drips, basically. Okay, so now it looks like it's melting. Then I'm going to turn off the background and I'm going to create my white border. So again, we need to add a layer bring that layer underneath your letters like that. Switch to white and up the size of monoline all the way up. So now what I'm going to try is I'm going to outline everything. And I'm going to color fill. And there's my sticker. I feel like I went a little too far on this side, so I'm going to erase. When you erase, you want to make sure that you have the same brush. I accidentally erased there. I want to make this kind of straighter. All right, so there I have the two layers. I need to merge them. And so now I have layer 1 and layer 2. I can adjust it. So there I have 2 stickers with my name on there. Now I'm gonna add some stickers for things that are, things that I'm interested in. So to do that, I'm gonna go to Chrome. I'm going to type in Astro's logo. This one looks pretty good. So I like the layout. Basically, I want to save this picture and make a sticker out of it. So I'm just going to tap Save to Photos. Then I'm going to go back to Procreate. And I'm going to go to Actions, Add, Insert photo, find the picture, and there it is. So it's taking up all the space, so I need to make it smaller. I can move it around, and I think that's a good spot. So just like the other ones, it is on a different layer. I'm going to add another layer behind it to create my white border. Gonna go around the logo and then hold. I can even use the selection tool to kind of move that around a little bit. And that looks pretty good. I'm gonna open that up, and I don't have to fill that. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I'm just gonna merge it that way. And there's my sticker for the Astros. So now you can go around and keep doing that, keep adding things that, say something about you, things that interest you, and just make a whole page of stickers. maybe I'll do that one more time. Let's see. I'm a big fan of Spider-Man, so let's see what we get. Spider-Man. You want to make sure that it's a high-res file. Like this one, for example, it's kind of blurry, so I don't want to use it. This one's pretty good. So I'm going to tap and hold, save photos, and add insert photo, find the picture. Okay, I'm gonna make all the other stickers disappear just so I can work with the Spider-Man. So I guess I could make a sticker out of all of this, but I'm going to cut out just Spider-Man. So in order to cut something out, first I want to make sure I'm on the right layer. Then I'm going to use the selection tool, which we've done before, and I'm going to select freehand. So once you start drawing, wait, that didn't work. Selection tool, freehand. So as you can see, wherever you start, it creates that little dot, and now I'm going to cut or select Spider-Man. You can speed it up by just tapping like that, and it just follows your pencil. If you make a mistake, you can always double tap. Once you're done, tap, and as you can see, there's a bunch of lines. That is what is going to be cut out. So now that I did that, I need to copy and paste. And when I go to my layers, I can see that Spider-Man has been cut out from this image. I can turn this off. And so now I just have Spider-Man by himself. Again, we want to create a white border around him, so I'm going to add another layer, make sure the layer is underneath. And then make sure I'm on monoline. And I'm going to trace. And then lastly, we need to merge these two layers. So I'm just going to pinch and merge. So now let's take a look at all of our stickers that we've made. And let's rearrange them on the page so that everything fits. So I'm going to start by moving Spider-Man over to the right side. If it's doing this, you have those lines you have snapping on. For this assignment, you can just turn that off. And now it's more free. Let's see. I want to move the red one over here. You can also rotate it by grabbing this green arrow like this. Maybe it fits better that way. I want to do the same thing for this one. And I guess I have to move the red one a little bit more. And that's it. That's my sticker sheet. I think that looks pretty good. So once I'm ready to turn this in, I can hit Actions, Share, and JPEG. Actually, no. I'm gonna go Actions, Share, PNG, because that sends it, no? Okay, go to Actions, Share, JPEG, Save Image. So now when we go to our photos, it'll be the picture you just turned in. Okay, Actions, Share, PNG, Save Image. And there's our stickers.